Today, we're gathered here to do a very important thing, to talk about something that matters to businesses and academic institutions, to talk about workforce development. Your businesses cannot survive, let alone thrive, without adequate workforce. Academic institutions will not fulfill its mission by providing inadequate workforce. So together, we hope we can explore different ways to grow our workforce, to make New Jersey stronger and more competitive. And it is now my pleasure to introduce a lady that I have known for the last almost 4 years, who is a fearless leader and a tenacious fighter and constantly fighting for New Jersey businesses, and Michele Siekerka.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Wang. It is absolutely our pleasure to be partnering with Mercer County Community College this morning on such an important topic. This is the spirit of collaboration. This is the importance of bringing together business, academia, government. Only together can we work in order to ensure that we have a pipeline in order to fill the jobs for today and tomorrow. At BIA, I say every day when I get up, my first passion is, why do we exist at BIA? We exist every day to create new jobs in the state of New Jersey, to empower our businesses to create new jobs, because that drives a strong economy. But it can't end there, because having those jobs means nothing if we don't have a trained pipeline and workforce to fill those jobs. So the second part of our mission is to ensure that we work tirelessly every day on opportunities and initiatives to drive that strong pipeline in order to fill those jobs that we want to create. And then the last piece of that, because everything's always a three-legged stool in my world, is we have to ensure that we have a business climate in order to see those jobs continue to grow and be strong here in the state of New Jersey. And I think everyone knows we're a little challenged right now in that strong business climate, but having a strong workforce and having a workforce at the ready so that when students come out of a class with a credential, with a certificate, with a degree, that they can walk right into your place of employment and be job ready on day one. And we know how important that is for you. But that means that the business community has to be at the center of that. The business community can no longer sit on the sideline and just expect that academia is going to deliver that product for you. You need to be front and center. You need to be part of the discussion. You need to be at the table helping to inform the curricula, providing the experiences, and having this constant feedback loop of what's working and what isn't. No longer can business sit at the end of the process and say, send us the students, and then complain about why they're not prepared. And the reason for that is you all know the skill set that is needed every day in your shop, on the floor of your business. You know the skills, you know the exact type of skill that is needed in order to have a successful employee to deliver a good product or service for you. And we can't expect our academics to guess at what that is. I call it the boots on the ground. If we are not in your place of business understanding what it takes every day for you to be successful, it's like that beginning with the end in mind, right? The only way we begin with the end in mind in preparing a workforce is to have all of you engaged at the outset. And again, that means partnering at the K-12 level, the community college level, the career and technical education level, and the public-private four-year level. Partnering in order to help inform the curriculum and what's going to be taught so that we're preparing students properly, and then providing that experiential learning that the students need every day so that they can be the best that they can be when they come to you. At NJBIA, this was so important to us that over a year ago, we stood up a post-secondary education task force whose mission was to recognize the challenges and opportunities in attracting and retaining a talented workforce here in the state of New Jersey. And we issued a report last year. These reports are out on the BIA table called the Education Equation. There's 13 recommendations in this report that came from an overwhelmingly diverse task force that included all the players that I referenced before. It included business, it included every level of education, it included public and private partners, it included our unions, it included nonprofits, it included millennials, and it included those in the classroom. to come together and talk about what are the 13 things we can recommend in order to ensure that we're building the pipeline that you all need. And embedded in this is attractability and affordability of post-secondary education. Here in the state of New Jersey, we are very proud of our K-12 education process. On any given day, we can be ranked as number 1 to number 3 in the nation for what we deliver in K-12 education. We're very proud of that. We pay a premium for that here in the state of New Jersey. That costs on average in excess of $20,000 per pupil per year times 13 years. And you all know where that comes from. It's from that number 1 in the country cost of property tax. Now, we're willing to make that investment when we can rank number 1, number 2, and number 3, and have those students come out graduating from 12th grade and being successful and ready to go on. But what happens every day here in the state of New Jersey is those students graduate, they leave the state of New Jersey. We are the number 1 in the nation for 18 to 34-year-olds who out-migrate, leave the state of New Jersey. Our graduating seniors choose to go out of state to pursue their post-secondary education, more oftentimes than not. And if you follow trends, you'll see that those that leave oftentimes don't come back. Think about it. Many students, they start to build their adult lives where they've gone to college. You know, they meet their significant other, they meet their closest friends, they have their first job opportunities, right? It is incumbent upon us to try to keep those students here so that we can have a return on that investment for what we deliver in the K-12 education. And it's not just about retention, it's about attracting students too, because diversity is so important. We don't want to just have the same students all around, right? We want to bring in a diverse student body that will lead to the type of diverse workforce that you need in the future. So please take the opportunity to read our report, to look at the recommendations. I am very proud to say that this plan is in action today. Already, as a result of the 13 recommendations in here, we've seen legislation on post-secondary initiatives, on apprenticeship programs, on workforce development opportunities. We supported the bond referendum to increase capacity for career and technical education, which is recognized in here. And the very first recommendation here talks about branding the state of New Jersey for post-secondary education, talking about what a great process we have here in the state of New Jersey. We don't tell that story. We don't recruit our own kids strong enough with these loud messages. And so now the President's Council, which includes all the public, private, and community colleges post-secondary, the President's Council has taken on a branding initiative which BIA participates in, and we are hopeful that this fall we will be rolling out a branding initiative statewide, the idea of branding the entire state for the product of post-secondary education, and then allowing each school from that to talk about why their school is important as part of that process. So there's some great things going on in this space. We're only beginning. We have a lot to do. And I just need to reemphasize, business must be at the center of it. You can't be on the sidelines. You're going to keep hearing me say that when I come dragging you out to things. You got to come because we can't do it without you.